I thought maybe they purchased it. We did clean a little bit and everything all flat.
Put it on the, put the cursor on the start
Well, they shrunk
broadcast
when we
bar
watched
first,
it.
click it, and then the start record. And click.
They do look
Yeah, right here.
Okay, I thought I missed one.
Nope.
I think we're rolling.
Too much time
Rolling, they're red.
Yeah, they go stop when you're running. You're good. If they say that, then it's recording.
You're on whenever you're ready.
Okay. But you're needed.
Smile, smile.
Are we on now?
Yep.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Selectmen meeting of August 1st, 2013. We'll open the meeting and I'll ask for a motion to sign the warrants. Make a motion to sign the warrants.
Second.
All in favor? And while they're going around, I'll ask for a motion to approve the minutes of July 18th.
I make a motion, we approve the minutes of July 18th, 2013.
All in favor? This is our last regular meeting before the town meeting. The town meeting will be next Tuesday, August 6th at 7 p.m. in the school cafeteria. Please come. I encourage you to come and participate. John, do you want to start with old business?
Yeah. Tabitha Munson is the chairman of the Lubec School Board. She would like to discuss water drainage issues at the ball field with the selectmen.
Thank you. I apologize for not getting this information to you earlier, but as of this morning, I still need more information on this one. I got what I could get. So what I have come to the conclusion of is that the catch basin is next to the pavement. So it's my understanding that that is town property, so it's only so much distance from the pavement. And that is the catch basin that we have the problem with because it is tied into the end that goes the whole length of the school and ends up down by the playground. And then it's too much water for it to handle. So in order for it to work properly, we need to tie it into the one across the road on the school property and then drain it into the wetlands behind. For whatever reason that wasn't done and the school board didn't discuss that issue. It's stated in the letter. John has given that information to Barbara. Barbara gave it to Mr. Underwood, but I can't tell you the information where we discussed it. If I had known that then, I probably would have recommended you go ahead with it before bringing that. So my proposal is to split the cost of the 4,000 in 45. There was an issue that Travis at CES noted back in 2012, but he wanted to see if the method of going the rolling field in school would work first. And if it didn't, then he recommended going the route costing the extra $4,000.
I'd like to make a motion to table this way a chance to read through the packet.
That's an awful lot to read, Tabitha, and some of this stuff goes all the way back to 2010. So I think Justin's motion is valid. And does anyone have a second?
I'll second that motion.
The school board would like to get started on the work before winter time.
Well, I would suggest that if that's the case, that you go ahead and do it. And I mean, we need to look all this over. This is a large packet of information.
No, I understand that completely.
And from the sounds of it, the town side of things worked until the school hooked the field to it. So,
No,
I mean,
it's always had a problem draining. That parking lot has always flooded.
well,
As
it's
long as I
because
can
the parking
remember.
lot doesn't have to fill in it either.
Your public works rookie so that it's never really able to handle the water load there.
Well, let's, I think we really need to look at this material. I don't think we want to get into, he said, she said, especially for people that aren't here, such as the public works foreman. And we really need to have some time to digest this information. If it's critical that it be done now, I would suggest you do it, and that we still consider at a later date perhaps splitting it. But we shouldn't hold up if you have the money to do it in your budget or your surplus.
Would it be a town property? Can you put that in writing that we can go ahead and put through it?
No, we are not going to put it in writing. We're going to read this information and make a decision as a board whether we should participate in
How can
half
we,
of the cost.
how can we make a change into something that belongs to the town built approval, even if we are paying for it?
You wouldn't be making a change to something that belongs
We have
to
to
the
pour a
town,
pole
I
into the
believe.
catch basin and go
Yeah.
across the road,
Well,
dig up the basin and everything.
I would go back to Justin's motion. We need to read this over. I mean, we're not going to, I don't know how the rest of the board feels, but I can't see making a decision tonight. You
I
just passed
understand
this to
But
us.
if you're telling us that we can go ahead and do it, or
No, I'm
pay
not
for it,
telling
then
you to do it. You said you needed to have it done before
We'd like to
winter.
have it done before winter, yeah, so that when springtime comes, we don't have a flooded field for the softball and baseball season done yet.
Does Donnie have a timetable? Did he give you any time as to when he'd be able to do it, how long he thought it would take?
No, I'm still waiting for Richard to call on the question.
Maybe I'll have to go to bid. It's more, I don't know what the figure is, what's it have to be, it's more than X amount of money, we have to put out a bid.
It's under 5,000.
This is a school project. This isn't a town project.
So have you guys put out the bid? So we don't know if there's a contractor who's only going for less money?
Well, Mr. Anderson had said that, not Mr. Underwood, but that AOS office that I spoke to, feels that we don't have to go to bid because it's continuous work on a field that has already started.
Well, I still think that we haven't had the question answered that we asked you last time. Why wasn't it done with the project? Why wasn't it completed with the rest of the project back in whenever this was done, 2011, 2010?
In 2012 was when Travis had made the recommendation to Mr. Sutherland that they go the length of the school in the message that I have enclosed, and to see if the catch basin could handle the water then.
Well, again, we need to read it. We don't know that. Or I certainly don't know this by looking at all this. Does anyone else have any discussion before we vote on tabling?
Is there any other questions you have for me on this, or you would like me to give you that may not be in there?
I don't know yet.
We don't know.
All of our questions could be answered when we get through this packet, but 5 minutes before our meeting doesn't give us enough time to get through the packet.
I just think everybody's minds are made up and to keep holding off. We need to make a decision if we're gonna work together or if we're gonna keep struggling.
I mean, if we have to pay for it and ourselves, that, in the end, really don't care. But I do want something writing with the town saying that we're not, that we can touch this town property of the catch basin, or into it and go across the road and all that. Because it's not our property to do that on the side and across the road. But I would like to compromise at least and split the cost.
There's no commitment to this. I mean, if I have a house and I have a drainage system and I want to hook into the old drain system, I don't need a permit. I just,
Even if you want to dig up town road to do it.
They dig up town road all the time. All their request is put back in some
put the
condition it was
cement
before.
or the tar back. We just had that with Victor Traffic's establishment.
But he didn't have to sign any,
He did,
Tied in the septic system.
he did.
that was covered under a sewer permit.
Right. And And we've had houses on this hill going down that have gotten drainage systems in their home, and they've hooked into the old drainage system, and they had to repair the tar, but they didn't need it for that.
I think that will across the road and that company will as well.
Mhm.
Just have to repair the road where it's dug up, you can't leave it.
So, I guess, do we have any further discussion?
We have a motion in a second.
Okay, all in favor of the motion to table this item until we can agree? Those opposed? Okay. All right, thank you, Tabitha.
Feel free to email me anything.
Okay,
Next item we have is the school audit. Tabitha, is there anything new from the email that you sent?
No, Mr. Underwood is going on vacation, so I'm not gonna get anything from him for most of August. The school board members wanted just as much as she wants to, but
Right. Now, Hollingsworth is your worker?
I can't remember to be honest with you.
what we're talking about, for those that do not know, is that the school system is still waiting for an audit for 2010-11, which means that they do not have a completed audit for the years that followed there. And the Board of Selectmen has asked that they give us an audit, a copy of that audit, if there is one, completed audit. Okay, I guess we'll wait for Mr. Underwood on that.
I am trying to schedule a meeting in August, but
Okay.
there's a few days and weeks we do have to have a regular meeting after the town meeting and the new school board members are,
Okay.
yeah.
I have a question. At your last school board meeting, you entertained the LCOC group again and agreed to keep communication channels open. Will you be advertising for when those meetings will occur?
We haven't advertised it, but we will have a meeting with them Monday the 5th at 5:30 at the school.
At what time?
5:30.
Is that open to the public?
It is, yeah. Really all we're going over is discussing, if they have questions before we answer the church questions.
That's
Just a workshop.
5:30.
That's right.
They've got a bunch of figures on heating and electric, and Mr. Chiefy has come up with some figures. They've had
And
an
that will be-
electrician come down.
There'll be notices out that that meeting is occurring?
It doesn't have to be advertised, it's just a regular workshop meeting.
Or would you
So-
not want it?
We can, fine. It's not that we don't want it advertised.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you, Debbie. Next item is to discuss the boat ramp. I'm sure most people have been in town recently. The barge from Croc Marine is working down at the state facility. They are installing new pilings, and when their work was complete, they were going to be adding the floats, the remainder of the floats to the boat ramp. I talked with Tim Linscott. He told me the work was scheduled to begin August 1st. The barge arrived a day early and they began work early. I took a ride down this afternoon. They have a large number of the poles in place. You can see that the floats are there. When I talked to Tim and Devin Croft, they said their goal was to have the work completed by August 9th, which would be next Friday. And it looks to me, from my eyes, that they are ahead of schedule. We talked about the fact that we got residents nearby and you got a couple of hotels in the area, and that the work should not go past 7 p.m.